How you doing, fam man? This is Chris Mizo here, and I'm so excited to share with you the best TVs of 2022. And the very reason why I want to bring up these TVs is because they have a great sale going on, and if you don't have a 4K TV, it's best to take advantage of these offers. And if you're interested in any of the offers, make sure you check out the description down below. But let me share with you the best gaming TVs out there in 2022, whether you have an Xbox Series X, a PlayStation 5, or even a gaming PC. There are a few things that I do want to mention, especially if you are going to invest in having a new TV. You already have an idea of what you already know, and you know the basic concepts of frame rates, and you know what kind of HDMI ports you want, you know, display port and all that extra stuff. You can just go down into the timestamps right down below, and you can just skip right to the top TVs of 2022. But other than that, if you want to hear a quick summary of what I want to mention, which will be real quick, when you do purchase a TV for gaming, you want to look for something that has really low input lag. If you don't have low input lag with your TV, then you're going to have a very slow reaction time because there's going to be a delay between your gaming console to your TV or your PC to your TV, because it's going to take a little bit longer for your picture to process to the TV, which will seem like you have slower reaction time, which may not be true, especially if you're a more serious or competitive gamer. Another really important feature that I also have to mention is having the right HDMI ports, such as HDMI version 2.1. That is something that you do need, especially if you're looking for something that you want to future-proof. With the TV, you want to have something up to 120 Hz because that will increase your time. HDMI 2.1 is important, especially if you want to get 120 Hz out of 4K. It can make a very large difference over 60 Hz, which is double the speed, and will react to your ninja-like reflexes when you are playing any type of game. HDMI 2.1 will have true 48 GB per second, which is plenty of speed for any type of processing, especially at 4K and 120 Hz. DisplayPort version 1.4 is just as good as HDMI 2.1. Well, not really just as good, but you can say close as matching because it can match up to the same speeds, nearly. HDMI 2.1 is 10 GB per second quicker until they come out with a new DisplayPort version. For you that don't know about DisplayPort, that's not really going to be too important because not too many TVs have it just yet. What I do want to say is that HDMI 2.1 can support things like NVIDIA G-Sync or AMD FreeSync. Which brings me to the next subject, which some TVs actually do support G-Sync or FreeSync, which is something relatively new and something we always dreamed of as PC gamers, and we actually are in the perfect generation for that. These were only all features that we would only dream about. Let's get straight to the top gaming TVs out there that you can get in 2022. One of the first ones I do gotta mention is TCL's R635. TCL is one of those brands that came out of nowhere because it was one of those TVs nobody really heard of, and then all of a sudden you can game in 4K with low input lag up to 18 milliseconds, and that is with HDR. TCL's R635 does have Roku TV, so you can download apps such as Netflix or Amazon Prime Video or Disney Plus, HBO Max, and the list goes on and on. With TCL's technology, it uses QLED tech, which will give better picture quality and very vivid images. This TV does have some really nice features such as HDR and Dolby Vision to enhance your gaming experience. The only bad thing about this TV is that it does not feature HDMI 2.0. It is 60 Hz, but the price point, you really can't beat it because this TV ranges from 500 to 800 USD. Next, I gotta mention the Hisense H8G. Personally, I'm kind of a snob when it comes to displays, and I'm also not really a big fan of Hisense products, but I do have to admit, when I do see impressive numbers, I see it. Such as this TV features 13.8 milliseconds of input lag. Hisense does feature Android TV, and the HDR is surprisingly good. The negative part, it doesn't reach all the way past HDR10, but doesn't have HDMI 2.1 either, and has HDMI 2.0. This TV does have 4K, but it does come at a very valuable range at $447 at the lowest price point, all the way up to $1,000 USD for the 65-inch model. Another really great TV I have to mention is Samsung's Q70T. I have always loved Samsung's products when it comes to reliability and quality. And one of the best parts of Samsung is how budget friendly they can also be. This TV does have really low input lag of 9.6 milliseconds, and it even features HDMI 2.1. Q70T also has Alexa built in. Of course, the only negative thing is it doesn't go as deep blacks as OLED, and the range of colors for Q70, and it also doesn't feature Dolby Vision if that really matters to you. You can purchase this very incredible TV for $947.99 USD to $1,790.49 for the 85-inch model. Vizio's OLED is quite the product. Vizio has been a very reliable product, and it has proven itself over the years. This TV is OLED, don't be mistaken, and it is also a smart TV. This TV only has a low input lag of 21 milliseconds, and it has up to 4 HDMI 2.1 ports, which is a really nice feature, especially if you have more than one console. If you have an Xbox Series X, a PC, and a PlayStation 5, you can hook it up and don't even have to worry about the speeds of your HDMI ports. Vizio originally came out on the market as a price competitor compared to the bigger brands, and it wanted to be just as good. But it ultimately proves a point that it can be a very quality product for a great price range. Sure, the input lag could be a little bit improved, but who can really complain about that because the pricing is just that good. Vizio's OLED comes in 55 inches and it's only at $999.99 USD. Very next product I gotta mention is Sony's X90J. Sony has been always a personal favorite of mine when it comes to picture, quality, and performance. Sony's X90J has an input lag of 11.8 milliseconds at 4K at 120 Hz, which is really impressive. Sony's TV does use a full array LED and is not OLED if that is what you're looking for. The really awesome thing about this very TV is Sony and Google has combined and worked together. It also features 2 HDMI 2.1 ports and it has 2 HDMI 2.0 ports. So make sure you select the correct ports when you do hook up your game console or your PC. If you are a large Sony fan, this is something worth looking at, especially because it is one of the best gaming TVs out there that you can actually get. You can get this TV for the price point of $898 USD all the way up to $1,798 USD. $1,598 USD for the 75-inch model. Another great TV out is Hisense OLED 7G. Hisense actually made it on the list again. Remember I told you I didn't really like their products, but man, they've been pretty impressive. But it definitely deserves a spot because it gives you the value and it gives you the kind of picture that you're looking for. It also features quantum dot display, which gives you those beautiful, vivid 3D looking colors. It also features HDR and Dolby Vision. But the only negative side of things, even though it is HDMI 2.1, it does not feature the true bandwidth of HDMI 2.1. which can really make a big difference, especially if you're looking to future-proof your TV. This display can get pretty dark, so you might not really enjoy U7G if you're playing something like Resident Evil or a dark part of the game. But for a price range like $599.99 to $1,299.99 for their largest model is really not too bad. Next up, I gotta mention LG's CX OLED. Honestly, who doesn't love it? Especially when it comes to LG, because when you think of OLED, that's the name you think of. The input lag on this very TV is only at 13 milliseconds and can even be mistaken for a PC monitor. It can display at 4K at 120 Hz, and this TV does also feature HDMI 2.1. The power of LG's CX can upscale 1080p to make it look like 4K quality. CX OLED is also G-Sync compatible, but does not feature a display port. The power of HDMI 2.1 will do it justice, as its bandwidth is faster than DisplayPort version 1.4. You can purchase this TV for $1,095 to $2,799.99 for the larger model. Samsung's mini LED, especially if you're looking for something that isn't OLED, is a really good solution. Its technology is pretty wild because it can really push those vivid, sharp images, and it can push out about 1 billion different colors through its gamut. The Q90A has really low input lag, about 10 milliseconds, but that's at 1080p at 60 Hz. And this TV even features HLG, HDR10, and it has Dolby Vision. This 4K 120Hz TV can give you exactly what you're looking for, especially if you want to feel like that you are part of the game. For this great viewing experience, it's only $1,299.99 USD to $2,599.99 USD. And really great TV. And it's something I personally had to get myself. And I can't wait to set it up because I'm still waiting on that pod, but it's supposed to arrive tomorrow. When it does, I'm really excited to set it up. And that's the LG C1 OLED. This is the undisputed champion when it comes to gaming and OLED. C1 is practically a monitor hybrid of a TV because it even features G-Sync. It has a very low input lag of 7.2 milliseconds. It has up to 4 HDMI 2.1 ports, but no DisplayPort. LG does use a WebOS interface, which is something I personally like, especially when Palm Pre came out. It was one of those OSs where it was well underrated and is a very fluid system. LG's C1 OLED is 120 Hz for those who are looking for the full refresh rate. And not only that, this beautiful beast even has the ability to lower its input lag. They introduced a mode in 2021 called Boost, which can lower your input lag by reducing your frame rates. Of course, you're sacrificing your frame rates, but you are gonna reduce your input lag into probably almost nothing. LG's C1 OLED comes fully packaged with HDR10, HLG, Dolby Vision, but the only negative part of having an LG C1 OLED, you can risk problems such as burn-in. If you're playing games for hours and hours on end, you can actually burn a logo or something onto the TV. But the best way to prevent something like that is to just zoom in your picture quality slightly, and if it's not on the screen, it's not going to burn it. If you don't have a 4K TV already, and personally this is going to be one of my first 4K TVs, even though they've been out for a hot minute, make sure you take the opportunity to purchase one, especially for the great deals that they are in. If you're interested in any of these TVs, make sure to check it out in the description box down below because I have the best prices out there for you. I hope you found this content very useful. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you know anyone else out there who wants to purchase a TV, make sure you share this very video. And also, if you want to join the big wonderful fan band, make sure to go down and hit the subscribe button for more, and don't forget to hit the notification bell for all the newest updates. Make sure you're following my Twitter handle right here, as it is the same as my TikTok and IG as well. And if you guys don't have a private VPN, make sure you check out ExpressVPN because it is free for 2 months exclusively for the fan band, down in the link down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know what kind of TV that you're interested in or what kind of monitor you want to get. Thank you so much for watching. This is Chris Mizo signing out.